Welcome back to another episode of Community Capital. My name is Rob Johnson. We have another great show for you today. Joining me in studio are Melissa, Liv, and Caitlin. They are from a beautiful Balance here in Brighton. Ladies, welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Happy to be here.
In unison, great job.
Thank you.
So this is all three of yours first podcast, is that right?
Correct.
All right, I'll do my best to make it as easy as possible for you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Melissa, let's start with you as the owner. So, when you're out and about and people ask you for kind of an elevator pitch of what the business is, how do you summarize that in a sentence or two?
So, an elevator pitch for us would be intentional skincare with purpose, with our client's best interest at heart, focusing on what that individual needs each and every time they walk in our door. So, whether it's what they think they need or what we think they need, we always put what they actually need in front, right?
Yeah.
I think we look at each individual, we make a plan for them, we show them what works, and sometimes it doesn't agree with what they necessarily wanted when they came in, but they always leave super happy because we're super honest.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's a really interesting thing, too, because I would imagine you spend a lot of time educating people because there's so many products, especially through advertising, that infiltrate the market that are harmful, like demonstrably harmful. Not even like, oh, this one particular additive might be bad. It's like, no, it really is, and here's why. But they were advertised it so well, now they're using it and it's harmful. So do you see that a lot?
A lot. I feel like TikTok has been one of the, it's just killing the skincare industry with the skin influencers. And we have to be able to be ahead of that, honestly. So clients bring a lot of that in. We're not here to tell you you can't do anything, but we are going to educate you as to why what you're doing may not be working best for you. So when we say we curate skincare, we curate a skincare plan, a treatment plan, everything specifically for you because you're in our treatment room, because we're looking at your skin, we're doing the analysis. You know, everything is curated just for you, not for what that one specific influencer uses on her skin alone. And now she's recommending it to the world, basically, right? It's just a very unfair way to shop for our clients, you know? So that's where our whole body, our wellness approach comes in. That's where our balance comes in. We do get a lot of dermatological clients that come in after, you know, they may have not had success in certain treatments. We step them backwards. We look at their diet. We look at their lifestyle, everything as a whole, and we balance them back out, right? And so that's where our success comes in, and that's where our company really came together. It's about balancing the beauty and in a personal way, which is you.
Yeah.
So it was a very intentional creation. I think we work very intentionally always with our client. And I think that's where our successes come from just having clients stay with us for years and years and years.
And you mentioned something too that I thought was interesting, which is, you know, you talked about internal consumption because what you eat and or drink can also affect your skin. So it's not just, you know, doing a Band-Aid fix to something. Like sometimes the problem is from within.
It's the root.
And I actually dove into that as well and went to a health nutrition school because I knew that there was such a big component to how we're aging, to how our skin's reacting, to all the different things that we needed that side in our business. So when we make recommendations, you know, it's founded in science, it's founded in something, not just a TikTok recommendation. Skin takes time to make changes. It takes time to adapt to products. So if you start somebody on a very active product and you don't maybe take that extra time to explain how we're going to work you up to that, it doesn't always work well. Multiple actives can be damaging, especially if the skin barrier isn't ready for it. So that low and slow approach is where we found the most success. The most success. And I think our clients know this with us, and we change their products accordingly, right? So they always know that they're getting what their skin needs. I think the best part about Lindsay for me with you was we are very strong on teaching our clients. So beyond us, we want them to be able to say, oh, this is what my skin needs right now. This is what my skin's telling me. I shouldn't do this today, even though it's on my chart. I know my skin needs this. That's why we have so much success with acne clients, is because we're actually teaching them what their skin is saying, why it's saying it, and what to do and how to adjust.
And I think too, like sometimes like your skin can change, things can change. And so you have to be really like adaptable and like change like the routine to fit, like you said, like what they're lacking or like what they need. So
even in the treatment room, right? That's why almost all of our treatments are custom, because you might have a client for 5 years, but if you're not treating them individually every single time they walk in and they come into your treatment room, you don't know what they had last night for dinner.
Right.
You don't know if they had alcohol. You don't know what they did. You don't know if they're sleep deprived. Did they just get off a plane? So every time we sit down with our clients, it's a skin analysis first. What are we looking at? What are we working with? And how do we benefit our client?
And then if somebody has a hesitation around it, they're like, man, I do have an issue that I think they can solve. What is the encouragement that you give them to take that step of largely it's faith, right?
Into the
To,
treatment, you mean?
for sure, yeah, because it's I would imagine for someone who's maybe been dealing with a particular skin condition for some time, it's a little bit terrifying to trust somebody to be like, they're gonna, hopefully fix this. So how do you?
Are you just another one that I'm coming to that's gonna try, right?
Exactly.
So
Or maybe a test subject.
So we do a pretty in-depth consultation. We always do a complimentary consultation so people can come in and get to know us. We look at their skin, and then we really tell them what we think is going on, what might be happening with what they're using, and then what we have to offer them. And within that, I feel like we build so much trust that they actually know that we know what we're talking about. We don't really want to do it any other way, right? Like, because even especially with acne, even with anti-aging, it is a journey. And we're on that journey with our clients. We stay the course, we stay the path, and we get them to the end result.
Very good.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to take the first step, what is the best way for them to do that? Is it the complimentary consultation?
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
All right, very good. What else should listeners know about this space before we wrap up our time today? What is something that they ought to know or be aware of or think about as they're considering, what you do?
We run an authentic space. We believe it is all about you. We do our best to treat every client as an individual, every service individually. And we're a very family friendly, small, connected spa. And I think that's what people find that they love about us most is that, you really come as a guest, but you leave as a friend. And that's always been our motto.
Yeah.
Estheticians, it's a service job. And if you don't want to serve and you don't have a heart for serving, it's really not the line of work you should be in, because you have to serve wholeheartedly in this job.
Yeah. And I just love who I work with. I think that it's a great place.
Yes.
Love you.
It's a rare occurrence to have
It
people
is.
that are cool, that you work around, good people, learn from each other.
Yeah. And Melissa's a great educator.
We love Melissa.
Yeah. She's the best.
Well, very good. Well, I appreciate all three of you for making the time to come in and educate our listeners on this area. We certainly appreciate it.
Thanks
Of
for having
course.
us.
Thank you so much.
Loved it.
All right, everybody, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of Community Capital. If you want to learn more about what's happening at the Chamber, be sure to check out the website. If you want to learn more about our guests today, check out the show notes. All of their links are going to be there as well for you. Apart from that, we'll catch you next week with a new episode. Take care.